I find it hard to believe that so many years have gone by since the fateful death of Alfred Pennyworth, and Batman has been without a father figure for all this time. When it happened, I could hardly believe my eyes as I read through the comic issue that explored the tragedy, but since then, it hasn't been the same for Batman. I mean, Batman has really been defined by his closest people ever since the character was created, and no other character has been as constant as Alfred Pennyworth, who was first introduced back in 1943. However, it seems like it's time for a substitute to fill in the shoes, as Matt Fraction continues the modern narrative for Bruce. For those who don't remember, Alfred was killed back in a 2019 comic issue, Batman number 77, and since then, the Butler has only survived as a hallucination in Batman's head. His absence has been felt deeply, but now the upcoming issue seeks to do the unthinkable, as the trusted Butler is set to be replaced by a new addition. In this video, I'll explore all about this new version of Alfred, or whatever the replacement will be, and how it can actually help Batman. So how did Alfred Pennyworth die? Before I tell you all about the potential replacement of Alfred, let me take you on a quick run exploring the major event that changed Batman lore forever. This definitely has to be one of the decisive moments in Batman history, and the death of Alfred Pennyworth was something that we fans weren't ready for. In the pages of Batman number 77, and in all honesty, there was some foreshadowing because the writer Tom King always hinted about a death in his Batman run. It's the infamous City of Bane storyline that saw his downfall, and he was killed by none other than Bane. Basically, Bane had taken control of Gotham, and he enforced a rule that no member of the Bat family could enter the city. Damian Wayne tried to violate the order, and he got captured, only to be forced to witness the killing of Alfred Pennyworth as a lesson. Also, the death of Alfred was meant to devastate Bruce Wayne emotionally, because one of his closest people holding the family together would be gone. I think what shocks people most is that the death is not accidental or whimsical by any means, and it's well thought out and executed by Bane to send a message to Batman and the Bat family. Damian's defiance had to be punished, but the main purpose was always to break Bruce and hurt him where it would be the most vulnerable. Initially, there was some confusion as to if his death was even real or just a fake out, but the permanence of this death was soon established in the narrative. And you know what's the most shocking part for me? It's the role of Thomas Wayne, the Batman of the Flashpoint timeline, as the mastermind behind the death of Alfred. He made it to Prime Earth to stop Bruce from living the tortured life of the Dark Knight, and he assumed that killing Alfred would break Batman enough to get the job done. Of course, this didn't work, and if anything, it only got Batman angrier and more vengeful than ever before. The heartbreaking moment when Bruce Wayne found out about the death. As if the snapping of Alfred's neck wasn't shocking enough, the narrative had another tragic addition to this unexpected death. You see, this was such a major event that the fans were hoping against hope that there still might be a chance for Alfred to be alive, even though DC advertised a memorial issue called Batman Pennyworth R.I.P. The hope also stemmed from the fact that Batman claimed Alfred had escaped from his captivity before the murder, and this could have been one hell of a twist, but it was not to be. In Batman number 79, which was released after Alfred's death, but was set before his murder, there was an implication that Alfred wasn't murdered by Bane, and I wondered if this was true and Bane had only made it look like he killed Alfred. Unfortunately, that was not to be, and there was nothing fake about this brutal moment. In a devastating sequence, Bruce Wayne realizes the harsh truth when he's faced with Alfred's body, and this happens after Batman and Catwoman have successfully defeated Bane. This ends with a vulnerable Batman, and the stage is set for Batman number 83, where Bruce learns about the truth of Alfred's death. What makes the moment even more emotional is the recording of Alfred as he leaves a lengthy message for Bruce. He recalls his earliest days with him, and how he grew from a loving guardian to a proud father. He expresses his happiness about the day when Bruce got married to Catwoman, and he watched as Bane planned to destroy everything. He watched as Bane issued a warning to the Bat family, that everyone coming into Gotham would mean the death of Alfred. It's a tearful goodbye for Bruce as he pays his respects, and then tears the room in rage and sorrow. I cannot think of a more tragic Batman moment in recent times, and the death of Alfred has naturally caused a lot of outrage. I love how Alfred stays true to his love for Batman even in his final moments, and it marks the perfect occasion when he finally gets to fight Bane with all his fury. He overpowers Bane, but there's another twist in the tale as Thomas Wayne intervenes and shoots Bane in the head, denying Bruce the perfect revenge. However, in the end, Batman beat Thomas Wayne brutally, and he made it clear that he was never going to be someone Bruce could look at as a father. Also, it should be remembered that Alfred had no interest in being a mere pawn for Bane to prevent Batman from saving Gotham, and he knew that Batman would never act on something that would risk his life. So Alfred sent a coded message to Bruce that made it seem like he escaped Gotham City, and it's striking how the man always thought so little of his life as he selflessly worked for Batman until his last breath. The massive impact of Alfred's death. Alfred is like the ultimate guide for Bruce Wayne, and there hasn't been a more appropriate father figure for him. His loss is not just about the loss of a trusted butler, but someone close who actually did the hard yards and held everything together. I have seen various instances of Alfred being killed off outside the mainstream DC continuity, such as in Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller, where he had a stroke after burning down Wayne Manor. He was also killed by Bane in the Dark Multiverse, and by Martha Wayne in the Flashpoint timeline. But for his death to happen so tragically in the main timeline, it's a really unexpected moment, and the impact is long-standing. The loss of Alfred hurts Batman in every situation that demands a wise old advisor and guide, and I think it's about time that a new individual fills in the void, although I don't know if it's even possible. How is the replacement for Alfred going to arrive, and who can this be? I'm quite excited to see this new addition to the Bat family, and I wonder how permanent this addition will be. So far, 2 new covers have been revealed for the upcoming comic, and this teases Alfred's gift from beyond the grave. The panel is created by artist Dustin Nguyen and Jorge Jimenez, and they show a younger blonde woman in a suit who appears to be taking over Alfred's duties at his behest. I don't think that the timing of this could have been any better, because you'll see Batman dealing with one of the worst crises ever, as 6 skilled assassins have assembled in Gotham City at the same time. As he figures out who's responsible, he'll need all the support that he can get, and this mysterious woman might be what he needs the most to solve the case. Of course, it's too early to say who this new lady can be, but there are some theories doing the rounds that this could be Alfred's daughter, Daphne Pennyworth. Also, since it's a woman, I don't rule out the possibility that Julia Remarque, Alfred's niece, can be another candidate. The help might be temporary and suited for the particular case, but I think it will be very interesting if she sticks around to become a permanent part of the Bat family. We all know how much Batman needs this for now, and I would say that it's a welcome change in the narrative. How effective the new addition will be, only time will tell. But clearly, it's time for some big changes around here, like it or not. I just hope that they don't ruin the new character with unnecessary storylines woven around her that really take the fun out of things. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below what you think of the storyline, and also share your thoughts on who this mysterious addition could be. If you appreciate the efforts to bring you this content, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such videos.